Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today I've got the Tesla Model Y on the channel and we're going to be talking about the 7-seat configuration. So let's go check it out. So you can see back here, there's actually a third row of seats. Do the left side first. So it's an electronic kind of release actuated down. I cannot bring it back up from back here. And then we'll do the other side. Okay, so you've got a super flat, nice long floor back here. Okay, so over here, then you can just lift these back up. That's pretty straightforward. But if you want to get in the back, you pull down on the latch up here, slide the seat forward. Now you actually have some room back there. If you pull up on this latch, then you can actually get the seat to raise up just a hair. There's also a headrest, comes up here. So yeah, I'm doing everything just using this electronic release to either slide it forward or slide it up. When it's like this, you can just slide it back. So you can kind of see what this looks like now. Now, keep in mind, this seat's all the way forward now. So I can get back here now. So I'm in the third row now. Pull on the latch. Okay, and now basically my shoes are under this seat. And I do have just enough legroom to sit in here. And if I move the other side up, and if you want to get out, so I'll actually put both up. So here's what it looks like with both rear seats up and the front seats tilted all the way forward and moved all the way up. Okay, so quick tape measure check. So from the front of the third row to the back of the second row, it's like 13 inches. And that's with this second row all the way up. So probably the biggest issue with the third row is going to be headroom. So even if you can put up with just very little legroom, headroom is going to be a challenge. Here, I'll show you on the side as this comes down. There is really not much headroom back there. Let me sit back there and just show you what that's like. Now, you could also get in the third row just by kind of climbing in through the back here if you have one of the seats down. Okay, so I'm sitting back here. You can kind of see where my feet are. Yeah, so my face is basically looking right here. Okay, so I closed the rear trunk, so here's kind of my view from back here. So I'm kind of slouched. I'm 5'9", so I've kind of got my knees up as high as they'll go so I can slouch down. And then my head is touching the glass, which obviously isn't a great feeling. So if you're actually back here, you're going to be slouched even more and kind of be having your head ducked most of the time if you're actually going to sit back here. You can see how low this is, so let me put the headrest up. So the headrest is almost on the glass. Okay, so you can kind of see what that looks like with the headrests. So it's possible to sit back here for an adult, but probably definitely gonna be young kids. Young teens maybe, but if they're tall, it's gonna be kind of the same problem. So yeah, it's pretty impressive this even exists in this size of car. And I could see the appeal of having it. I think most likely you're probably not going to use it very often, and I definitely wouldn't plan on using this on a regular basis unless they're, young kids that are kind of like out of car seats or maybe just barely out of car seats, or have some like basic car seats where they could buckle themselves maybe. That could work back here. So here's kind of the view forward, and then you can use this latch and put this down. And then if I want to get out, pull up on this, then this will slide forward and lift up there. Same thing for this side. Okay, so now you can see I have a little bit of room, but this space here is pretty narrow. I mean, this is my hand, so you can kind of get a feel for that's pretty narrow, going to be hard to get out. Okay, so we got out. Not impossible, not terrible. You do have 2 cup holders back there, so that's kind of nice. And there's even 2 USB-Cs back there. Yeah, and then if you put these seats all the way back, kind of in their more normal position, so, you know, nice legroom back here, then there's really no legroom left at all for the 3rd row. So I'll slide this back as well. Okay, so now this is more normal back seat. You can see the rear seats back there, but now the legroom's totally gone. Okay, and here's the view from back here with the 3rd row seats up, headrests up. And so you still do have a little bit of luggage space back here, which is pretty cool. So I also want to find out if there's room for car seats in the 3rd row. And this is a Graco Snug Ride 30LX infant car seat. Okay, so I moved up the middle row just a little bit. Okay, so let's see, will this fit through here? So you're really not going to be able to have your infant in the car seat and fit it through here. You're going to have to turn them sideways, and that's just not really going to work. Yeah, this is not going to fit back here. Let me move up the other row on the other side just to be sure. So I can't get the seat to come down because the car seat's in the way, and I can't get it to come down earlier. Yeah, that's probably a no-go. Let's try it from the trunk side. There's a lot of parents like myself that want to know the answer to this. So here's maybe a better view of what it looks like. There's just not enough distance between the seats for this to really fit back here. I mean, you probably could put your little one in the seat and then move them around like this. There just isn't enough space for that car seat to fit flat. So I think infant car seats in the 3rd row, not really an option. Not to mention, it's just going to be very difficult to get them in and out of there. Here, I'll give you some dimensions on this. About 27 inches long. Now maybe the other option is you want to put the infant car seat here in the middle seat, in the back seat there, and then maybe big brother, big sister wants to sit back here. That could work. You can see, you know, again, not a ton of legroom, but there is some. Let me put back the other seat here. Whoops, too far. Well, I guess you could do that. So big brother, big sister is going to have just a little bit of legroom, but they honestly might like having their own little space back here. And then you could have, you know, you're going to give yourself more legroom for the other 2 remaining seats up here. So you could have 2 adults in the front, definitely 1 adult in the back with the baby. You might be able to fit somebody else small there in the middle, or at least stuff that you're going to want to have near the baby. And then, you know, big brother, big sister might be able to fit back here. And of course, you could still put up this other seat. So again, a little bit of legroom on that side, no legroom over here. And you can move up the, you know, middle seat here. So you have a little bit of legroom. So I can fit back here and I have decent legroom. Infant car seats here. And then whoever's sitting back there has just a hair of legroom. So that's probably the best way to go. You know, if you have car seats, you're probably going to want them in this middle seat. And then maybe older kids can either buckle themselves into maybe a booster type seat or something can sit back there. Also for car seats, as far as rear tethers go, so our infant car seat doesn't do the rear tether, but our bigger one does. So tether on both seats there, and then also looks like there's one here in the middle, even though it's not marked. That should work as one as well. And then the rear seats in the 7-seater config, the 3rd row here, these have tether points as well. I am not seeing any anchor points down here. You can correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I don't feel any in there. So obviously you can Most car seats you can connect using the seat belt, but the middle row, your standard rear seats, these do have anchor points on both sides, and then it looks like no anchor points in the middle. All right, well that's it for today. I'm going to be doing an upcoming video comparing my Mustang Mach-E to the Tesla Model Y, so subscribe if you want to see that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.